Morning, guys. We're on the road again. Thursday day off, but we gotta go in and do a car deal. So hopefully this goes pretty quickly. It should. A couple hours at the dealership. Like I've been mentioning, this is for that special ordered Maverick that finally came in. Had a recall for the console clip issue for the airbag indicator. Got that taken care of yesterday. Clips finally came in from Ford. They're on back order for quite a bit, and actually we need the same clips to clear the recall on Brit's Maverick. So I think we have an extra set at work. Maybe I'll bring in her Maverick to go ahead and get that done using that extra set as well. Not today. Today we're in the Mach-E. We'll do that another day. But topic of discussion today as we head in, I wanted to talk about is special orders and pricing. And why that's on my mind is because we're doing this deal this morning. Now, the deal that we're doing this morning is not a special order that I ordered. It was one that was done by a previous employee that has left the company. This is before I even got back to Windward Ford is when it was ordered. 6+ months ago, something like that. Now, we have a process in place on how we're supposed to do special orders, which is how you would get a special order done if you special order something with me. We will build out a vehicle on Ford.com because that's the best visualizer of how your new vehicle is going to come out. We'll build it all out on there. We'll then move on and build that in Webdo, is what it's called. That's the online ordering system for Ford. We'll confirm on the build sheet in Webdo, cross-reference it with your build on Ford.com, make sure everything lines up, it is the correct build, all the parts and pieces are correct, all the accessories that you want are there, all the options, packages, all of that. Okay? Then from there, we're going to agree upon a price. As all of you guys know, Windward Ford has a markup. On average, we're $59.95 over MSRP. Higher on some vehicles, specialty stuff like Raptors, Dark Horse Mustangs, Shelby product, stuff like that will be higher. And at some point, we're probably going to have some stuff that's lower, like less popular product, stuff like your Escapes, possibly even full-size Broncos. Full-size Broncos we've got quite a bit of right now. But long story short, we have a dealer markup, like most dealerships in Hawaii do. So, at the time of ordering, we're going to have a conversation about that markup. I will not order a vehicle just based off of what the MSRP is without us having a conversation and agreement upon what the price is going to be. Now, that's not to say that the only thing we'll order at is full dealer markup. We're going to be negotiable, we're going to be realistic based on the vehicle, and we're going to come to an agreement at that time. What we won't negotiate based on is incentives. So that's rebates, financing. So say right now we're ordering your vehicle, and we'll just use an example. Say it's Lightning. Lightning's got $7,500 in federal tax incentives right now. It's got 0% financing for 60 months. All of that nice stuff. None of that's going to be negotiated into the deal. And the reason for that is your incentives are applicable at the time of purchase, not at the time of order. So I can't lock in those incentive programs that are happening now because your vehicle doesn't have a VIN and it needs to be built. But we will lock in pricing. So if the selling price is going to be $59.95 over MSRP, that's what we're going to agree upon. We're going to have a signed agreement that is the pricing. You are aware of it, and then we'll go into it when the vehicle arrives. Now, that leads me to my stress of this morning, because I didn't do this deal myself. I didn't do the ordering, and the process was not followed. We have no idea what this customer agreed to pricing wise. So I'm headed in today blind to a guy who's already upset because his vehicle took a long time, which isn't our fault. That's all out of our hands. Ford builds them in the time they build them. His is a hybrid. That's been more of a commodity hold. Finally, a lot more hybrids have been released within this month. But that took a while to get his hybrid built, as well as the recall. Totally out of our hands. I can't tell Ford which ones to recall and which ones not to. So, not our fault. But I'm going in blind. I have no idea what we told him in the past, what he believes his price is going to be in the vehicle, and neither does anybody else. So, that's the fun of today. Just know, if you order a vehicle with me, we're not going to have that problem. We're both going to be on the same page. Everybody's going to be on the same page. There's going to be a signed agreement filed away. You're going to have a copy. I'm going to have a copy. There will be no question at any point throughout the process on what your pricing is going to be. So it'll be whatever it is. MSRP, $59.95 over, $1,000 over, invoice, whatever that is, minus incentives and rebates available at the time, and that's going to be your price. But little rant of the day, little what's on my mind. That has me a little stressed out today, because of course it is my day off. I would prefer not to be at the dealership if I didn't have to, but of course I'm going to be there to make a deal. I just hope that we come to an agreement on whatever that pricing is, and that is a deal, and I'm not wasting time that could be spent with the family. But rant over for this morning. We're on a roll. We're almost halfway there. Content wise, be a little light today, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a little later on when we meet back up with the family, we'll film more stuff on what we get up to today. I don't have a plan for what we're gonna do today. I don't know if Britt has an idea of something she wants to do with Paisley. Hopefully she does, because I'm fresh out of ideas right now. My mind's just on finishing out this month at work and moving on into August. But yeah, I don't have any of my filming equipment with me today other than my phone. So totally spaced running out of the house this morning because I'm running a little late to get into work, and I didn't grab my backpack. So I don't have my mics, I don't have my gimbal, I don't have anything. So at some point we'll get this deal done, we'll get back home. Hopefully we can take some pictures with this customer, maybe if he's into it, and we'll go from there. But fingers crossed this deal goes through. Everybody have some hope for me. That's the last one I need to hit, my first level for the month, and hopefully have a little bit more decent of a month, because this month was pretty slow. Didn't hit what I wanted to hit, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But we'll see you back at some point with whatever we're doing next. Excuse me. We'll see you back with whatever we're doing next. I'm going to keep heading into work. Luckily, traffic's not too bad today, as it usually isn't at this time. But yeah, let's get stuck in. Let's hope this deal goes through. Okay, so mid-drive update. We are stuck on the H3. I'm about halfway up towards the tunnel on the town side of it, and saw a bunch of smoke off in the distance. Then came to a complete stop. There's a bunch of HPD flying by, headed up there. I thought I saw at one point what looked like a fire truck, possibly. Yeah, looks like there might be a fire truck up there, but the smoke has stopped, which is a good thing. So hopefully everybody is okay up there. I'm a little concerned because I use Waze as I drive to work every day, because I like to see where those cops are. But according to Waze, right about where that incident happened, it's not too far in front of me. It's maybe, to be honest, probably a quarter of a mile or so. Yeah, between a quarter and a half mile, probably closer to a quarter mile ahead of me. I can see the lights of the emergency vehicles from where I am. But on Waze, right there is marked a vehicle stalled on the shoulder, as well as a construction zone. So really hoping nobody ran into a parked vehicle or one of these workers that was in that construction zone on the side of the road. Hopefully everybody is okay. We're gonna sit here. I already called my customer, let him know I'm gonna be running late. He's also not headed over there yet, but he is coming from the town side and headed over the mountain, so let him know H3 is probably not the way to go right now, but hoping everybody's okay up there. It's a quick update. We'll try and see what's going on. I'll update you guys later when we get back to the store on what I saw going by. I'm not gonna film it. You'll see plenty of that on social media, I'm sure. I just don't feel right filming that. That's lost for people, and we don't need to advertise that any more than necessary. But that's the update. We're on the H3, hoping everybody's okay. We're rolling. It's the only way. In the hustle of the streets, we make our way. Welcome to the corner, where the man is alive, where the strong survive. Alright guys, updates. So headed back from work now. First and foremost, we got past that stoppage on the H3 going up. Turns out it was a vehicle on fire. I believe that was Hawaiian Electric or Hawaiian Telecom, one of their cherry pickers, caught fire. Didn't look like anybody was injured from it. So hopefully that is the case. Wasn't that bad. Good news there. I'm worried that it was like, a major accident. Somebody hit some workers on the side of the road. That was not the case there. Then got into work. And the customer beat me there by a few minutes. He was already there when I got there. Went into it, went over the deal. Of course, with us not doing it properly, like I talked about earlier, we had no idea what pricing he was expecting on it. We did finally come to an agreement on that pricing. He had a trade-in vehicle as well that we weren't expecting. It wasn't worth a ton of money, but we did what we could on that. So that was a done deal. That got me to my first bonus level for the month, which definitely made a difference, and wrapped it up for the month there. Now, headed back over the mountain. Weather kind of sucks on the east side, but I got word that the weather out on the north side is looking good. So Britt and Paisley are gathering up the goods and getting ready. I'm gonna go meet them at the house. We're gonna jump in the Maverick and we're gonna go to the beach. So we'll be headed to the beach here soon down the North Shore. I'll probably shoot a little bit of videos of us over at the beach. Nothing too crazy. I'll keep it a little low-key today. I don't know if I want to take all the rig and microphones and everything out to the beach. I might have to be honest. Just can't get good audio without the mics. Side note, squirrel. Speaking of audio, got that first short form content reel put together yesterday. Did my best on the editing. I feel like I did a pretty decent job for a first timer, but I am extremely disappointed in the audio quality. So I filmed that over on the roof of the parking garage by Long's, right next door to the dealership. Great spot to film it at. Lots of open area. Not really a lot of people bothering us, but it is windy up there, or it was yesterday. So the DJI mic does have noise canceling. The Mic Mini has 2 stages of noise canceling. I had it set to basic. I probably should have had it set to strong. It would have did much better in that environment. That's something that I need to start getting better at and remembering, that depending on the environment and what I'm filming, those modes need to change a little bit more. So versus when we shot at the night market for Stop and Shop on Saturday, I actually had the mics in strong and the mic probably should have been in basic. Yesterday it should have been in strong instead of basic. And the difference is, in instances where I may be talking to somebody, it needs to be less strong. It needs to be more in basic. because what ends up happening is, as I'm talking to people, and you've seen it in some of the videos previously as well, there's just no audio from the person I'm talking to. So there was a video the other week where Josh had walked by and said a couple things, and you couldn't even hear what he was saying, but I responded to him. There's another video of me and Akira taking down the flag where you can't really hear what Akira is saying to me as we're talking, and that's because of the mic setting. It's completely blocking all of that out. Now, in an instance like yesterday, filming that short form content, there is no back and forth. There is no second person we're talking to. So it should be in strong to block out as much of that wind noise. So I'm going to get better at that. I'm going to start being more cognizant of the mode that I'm in, and try and be better about that all around. But that's it for now. We're on the road. Blue Cruise is driving. That's how I can do these videos. As you notice, I'm usually filming these when we're on the freeway. Sometimes I'll do it on surface streets, just try to pay attention to the road as we go. But yep, we're gonna head up to the house. We're gonna load up the Maverick and we're gonna go to the beach. We'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we made it to the beach. So we're down in Haleiwa. Gonna enjoy a little bit of fun out here in the water. Just wanted to shoot a quick little video here, let you guys know where we're at. We're actually pretty close to where Paisley's school is, the preschool that she goes to. But check out the view that we got out here today. Skies are blue. Weather is nice. A little overcast over here. Nice and flat today. Nothing too beat up after our little scare the other day. We got Paisley and Britt in the water, so you can zoom in. There they are. Enjoying some swim. But that's where I'm going to leave it off for now. I'm going to pack up this camera setup, put the phone down, and I'm going to jump in this water too because it is nice and hot, and I'm ready for that ocean therapy. Well, yeah, we'll see you back. Hopefully we'll go and get some shave ice after this. We're eating some good food today. We got some poke from Foodland. We got some fried chicken and some musubis from Paalakai store. My favorite way to hit the beach. We'll see you guys back for wherever we end up next.